What's going on, bud? Welcome back. This is it's a nice day. Layers are coming off. I got a sweater instead of a winter jacket, so that's nice. Glad to hang out again. We've had some laughs and we've experienced some great information sharing, and this channel is definitely going nowhere. But that's okay. Because today we're hanging out in nature. You got to get outside, man. It's medicine, right? So today we're going to sit. I'm going to have a drink with you because, I'm the beer whisperer after all. And we need a palate cleanser. So let's begin with the beer of the channel. As we know, big fan. Blue ribbons, baby. That means they're winning farm style contests out there somewhere. I guess in the States. I have no idea. Milwaukee, established in Milwaukee, 1984. Despite the fact that this is actually brewed down the road from me, Stroh, Canada, Guelph, Ontario. Guelph is not far from here. So I don't know where they brew this stuff, but it's my official beer. So cheers. Dinker and Sinker. Ready? Sound of heaven? Welcome back. I'm excited to hang out. And just get outside with you, my very close friend. Someone I've known for decades now, of course, naturally. Yeah, you need a drinking buddy. I need a drinking buddy. I brought your chair, as you can see. It's looking, it's got a hole in it, but the camera doesn't show that. So as long as you can't see it, we exist in a little bit of a, set aside the disbelief, the fairy tale world. Sometimes you just got to get outside and just hang out with a buddy in the woods. And people call me weird for this. They think I'm crazy, that I want to get outside, sit in the sun. Like it's, clouded over a bit, but it's still relatively, it's warm, still nice, sunny-ish. I don't actually know what you can see behind me here, but we're kind of in the same area that we were in the past few episodes. Figure it's a little easier. I don't see anybody out here. I mean, technically, I don't even know what this is. Like, they've cleared out some of it. There's some houses over here, an apartment building over there, community center over there with a water park, believe it or not. Really weird. And a playground back this way. So I gotta hide, because I'm in the middle of the city. We're in the middle of the city, so finding anywhere to sit in nature is, like we're uptown, downtown, ass end of where I live. And there's not a lot of places. This is one thing that I'm upset about as I get older. It's like they take away the nature, they cut it down. I've seen this countless times, even like little small like patches of trees like this, and they put up, condo buildings. And I understand we need housing and all that, but this I assume is going to be untouched. I can't imagine them using this for anything else. I don't even know how they'd get cars back here. Like there's a creek. I don't know if you can see it right behind me. There's a trail. So this will probably remain, as is right now. I'm kind of surrounded by some bushes. I don't even know if I'll be able to get in here. Maybe I will. And once the trees are budding, so the leaves are certainly coming back soon. We're going to have to find a spot though. A different spot, because like I said, downtown, uptown, like I'm right at, it's like university. It's like student city, right? The student area in the city, right down, and right down, where all of the stuff is happening except nature. You could walk that strip and there's like 30 pubs. I don't understand why we need so many, but they are there. I personally, I just want a trail, and there are a couple. I don't know if we've filmed it. Yeah, we've. You know what? Different channel. Uh, we've filmed that. I think it's this trail actually that kind of continues up and around. So technically, there's one other spot that I know of. But yeah, it's just a shame. As I get older, they cut down all the trees and they put up whatever they're putting up, and then the city expands. So back in the day, what used to be, where I grew up, used to be it was conservation area. Uh, it used to be just farms beyond that, and I used to explore just the countryside. Pardon me. Yeah, I would explore, go for long jogs or bike rides, all country. Now, cookie cutter homes, and cookie cutter homes that I will never be able to afford. I'll never own one of those. I won't be able to afford a single tiny bungalow, let alone the things that they're putting up out there. But yeah, destroyed the farmland. Weirdly enough, they even found some. There was like I don't know if it was an indigenous site, but they were doing, once again, they were chopping up the farmland out there, and they stumbled upon some artifacts. I don't even know what words you would say, but yeah, just kind of sad, desecrating, defiling the land, the history, in order to put up these buildings. But I think they did have the wherewithal to stop construction, and then I think some kind of I want to say an expert, or maybe a museum, somebody came in and was very careful. Would you call those archaeologists? I have no idea, but they came in, they made sure, okay, you're not doing anything crazy building here, building a cursed condo over top of a graveyard. Who knows? You never know. I burped. That was me. Anyway, good to see you again. How's your day? Let me know how you're feeling in the comments. What's your drink of choice? Are you following along with the channel's official beer? By the way, we're not sponsored, and PBR, if you want to sponsor somebody, I'm your man. Send me some product and I'll taste test it for you. But yeah, if you've never been here before, this is uncut, unedited, for the most part, to the best of my ability, for the sake of some, pacing and whatnot. But if you've never been here before, it's slow paced. I don't have a drinking buddy, as you can see, empty chair. And I don't know if you have a drinking buddy, but now you do. You've found one. So crack your favorite beverage, put this on in the background. You don't have to watch. There's nothing to look at here. It's just me and you outside, out in nature, just enjoying maybe some long pauses, some meditation, some delightful, crisp PBR. It's just so delightful. It's light and refreshing, Not a lot going on. I like that. We do have today we're, for the first time, technically, maybe a little clickbaity, because I'm sure I've technically tried Grolsch before. Grolsch Premium Pilsner. This apparently is from Holland. I have no idea. We'll go over the can a little bit, but yeah, Royal Grolsch Holland, GB There's like a coat of arms, kind of a logo up top there. And aside from that, our Pilsner is brewed for real flavor using an authentic 2-hop recipe. See, that to me, we got about 5% alcohol for this is a tall can, 473 milliliters. Yeah, 5% alcohol per volume. But so I'm sure I have tried this beer before, but I don't remember. So for all sakes and purposes, you and I are trying a Grolsch for the first time. And I hate that word, Grolsch. It sounds gnarly, right? Am I crazy? The name Grolsch. It doesn't flow off the tongue. It kind of like ties your tongue up a bit. Grolsch. 1615. I don't know what that means. If that's like when they decided to put two types of hops together and invent this beer, but ingredients: water, malted barley, hops. That's it. So very simple ingredients. I appreciate that. We're going to give it a shot. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say there's probably more flavor in this can than in a Pabst. Um, more hops means more. I don't know what. I'm not a fan. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of hopsy beers, beverages. It's a bitter flavor, brings out a. And listen, I'm not saying I'm against it, but am I going to sip on it all afternoon in the sun? No. Too much hops or intending for the hops to be that prominent flavor is going to. Yeah, it takes what would otherwise be crisp and clear and kind of easy sipping, and they replace it in lieu of the flavor, right? I personally do enjoy the flavor of beer, but when we're talking about something like an IPA or even like a dark beer, something like this, a white, a lot of flavor. I'll have one at the pub, I'll join in with the boys. We'll share a beer, not the same beer, like a pitcher. Like, I'm not gonna give you my can. This is mine. Don't touch my beer. No, I'd share with you. But yeah, we're gonna give it a shot. Technically, I've probably tried it before. I just don't remember anything about it. I'm expecting bitter. I'm expecting flavor more so than not. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, know what I'm saying? I just butchered that. No, I'm saying. Ain't no complaints on my behalf. Is that what? Jacob Jones, you inspire me, my friend. I love your content. If you don't know Jacob Jones, maybe I'll put a link to his stuff. He's another, he's the kind of one of the reasons I wanted to make this content, because he's just so funny. There's something about this kid, man. I love him. He's just perpetually in a good mood, having a good time. Reviews different types of alcohol. I think he's celiac. Is that what it's called? Gluten free. Like, he can't drink beer. So consider this the Jacob Jones beer drinking channel, because that poor man. You can't drink beer. Oh, I am sorry. I am so sorry for your loss. That's a lifetime of. I mean, there are options. You have other things you can drink, but the loss of beer. I don't want to get dark, but if someone told me, if a doctor said you're not allowed to have beer ever again, I would just say, well then, doctor, you might as well mark this down. Time of death. March 24th. Yeah. That's today, I think. And I don't know. Maybe it's not. I have no idea. I'm not paying attention. Anyway, cheers. Welcome. Thank you for hanging out with me. I need somebody to chat with when I'm sipping on a brew. All my friends disappeared. If you've watched the previous episodes, and I know those previous episodes are probably not as. I mean, I don't want to say I mean, none of these episodes are good, but I couldn't, for some reason. I think what happened was, so I started recording, and even my camera was getting pelted by what I can only assume was sap infused water droplets from the melting of the snow and whatever else, right? But anyhow, so everything I had was sticky when I was leaving in those past episodes. But when I set up my phone for recording, so generally what I do is I have my phone, and this is a little microphone here, right? And so the sap hit the touchscreen, and purely by coincidence hit the stop record on the touch screen. So that first episode does not have the microphone audio, which is sad because it's probably impossible to hear me, and therefore is probably, going to get 0 views and already bury this channel into obscurity. But I don't care. This is for me, and this is for you. If you enjoy this, I'm glad that I'm here, and I'm glad you're with me, because I just want someone to hang out with and have a couple of beverages out in nature. I really don't get it. I really don't understand why people think I'm the crazy, like I'm weird. I'm weird. I want to sit outside. Like, listen to that. I saw a crane earlier today. I saw a couple of woodpeckers were up in the trees just around me. They're so cute. The tiny ones, not the big ones. Squirrels, rabbits. It's awesome. I love being outside. And of course, being spring, it's going to start to get more and more vocal. The birds are going to be more and more vocal. And the squirrels. Squirrels get rowdy. We won't say why, because this is a family-friendly channel. As I consume alcohol on screen. But yeah. Anyway, let's take a minute. Again, cleanse the palate. Just enjoy some quiet. Licking the lips, man. I love me a nice PBR. All right, so we still got about half a can here. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pop that down, maybe on our broken chair. Hopefully that doesn't fall over into the hole. But here we go. It's time. You know what? I'm gonna put this on here. I probably shouldn't for marketing and whatnot. Maybe Grolsch will give me a call. And Grolsch Brewing Company. What are you called? I burped. Excuse me. Sorry, I take that back. I refuse to apologize for burping. I don't know. I actually don't know. Peter, I couldn't read that signature if I tried. Yeah, I'm going to say MD Conning. Oh my goodness, that word. That is a word. It's KONINKLIJKE. Kaninklage. Kaninklage? Any people from Holland? Holland? Is that Dutch? What is Holland? You're not a Hollandese person. What are people from Holland called? Anyhow, I think it is brewed in Canada, though. Interesting. All right. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Once again, there's a nice look at the can. Grolsch Premium Pilsner. I do appreciate a Pilsner. I'll say that. I'm more of probably a light lager kind of guy generally, but let's see. 2 types of hops, simple ingredients, sound of heaven. Ready? Oh, that was crisp. Right off the bat, we're getting some foam. That could be because of the temperature, actually, realistically. The I wouldn't. It's at a weird, awkward time where I don't bring a cooler because I think it's still chilly enough outside. It's not a fridge outside, but it's chilly enough. But the result is, foamy beer until I get myself some hot days where I decide I'm gonna haul a cooler around, and it just makes life more miserable. Having to carry it to get out here. It's not far, but it's like a 20-minute walk from my apartment. So anyway, cheers, friends, Dinker and Sinker, my new drinking buddies. Let's see, having Grolsch Pilsner for the first time, technically. Wow. Really? That is not what I was expecting. Fascinating. Wow. Wild. I was wrong. Out the gate. That first sip in particular. This is gonna sound crazy, sound weird. There was like a maple sweet forward note. The bitterness, I almost like in terms of the hops. Normally, when they say, okay, we have multiple types of hops here, hops becomes like the forward flavor. I'm not getting any of that here. Maybe in the back. Certainly in the after flavor. It gets bitter afterward. Certainly frothy, very foamy. I don't know if that's a result of my I'm not seeing any head inside the can, so I'm wondering if it's again because of the temperature of the beer. I prefer an ice cold beer. Let me just say that. I know there are traditional ways to enjoy. Some people, some cultures maybe even drink beer warmed up, heated. I've never done this. I probably never will, but I would give it a shot. But I burped. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some finer details here. It is frothy. The hops is there. There's definitely, some beers maybe you get like a wheat or I want to say a corn, but that's not necessarily true. But there's a rural. I say that word, so everyone hates when I say rural. There's a rural kind of like background to the flavor, right? This here, I'm not getting that. Instead, this is far sweeter than bitter than I was anticipating. I was not anticipating the sweetness. I'm not even going to say fruity because I don't think that's the correct. It's not fruity, but it's sweet. Again, at that first sip, I would say it was maple, but now I don't think the maple is there any longer. Yeah, and the hops are in the back of the throat, like after you sip. So it's sweet going in, but then you take a moment, you step back, lick your lips and your teeth a bit, lick your gums. The bitterness is there. The hops are there. But it's not what I was anticipating at all. So I'm wondering, when I see the word Pilsner, I can't even in my mind. I'm going to have to start paying attention to the different products that I'm enjoying, because I don't know the difference between a Pilsner and a lager. I know lagers tend to be lighter, more, I'm going to say, clear tasting. I burped. That was me. But yeah, this is not a bad drink at all. In my personal opinion, for me, for my personal taste, I would say um, too sweet. I burped. That was me. Too sweet for me, and it's not bad sweet. It's not. Let me qualify this. It's not too sweet, generally speaking. Like if you pick up a Mike's Hard Lemonade or something, that's ridiculous. You're just drinking sugar syrup. This is not that. But if we're comparing it to something that I prefer, like I'm going to drink all afternoon in the sun, on the beach, on the boat, in the forest, whatever, right? Like I'm like a camping experience, whatever. I'm going to sip on something light and crisp and clear. Palate cleanser. Very simple flavors here. They're not, I've said it before, Pabst is not a pretentious beer. It does not pretend to be something that it's not. It's an inexpensive, crisp, clear, and refreshing, particularly when it's ice cold, just crisp and clear and refreshing beverage. This is a step above. It is thicker, and it is, like in terms of mouthfeel, as I said, it doesn't look like there's head, but when I take a sip, there's an immediate, it's like the carbonation takes over and foams the beverage. So it's thicker and there's more flavor. And that sweet note going forward, I think, for me personally, this is a nice, like I'll have one and I'll enjoy it. And I do enjoy this beer. Grolsch Premium Pilsner. Grolsch Brewing Company, I guess. I have no idea. I wish that was more Royal Grolsch Holland. I don't I don't know what the company is. So, if you know let me know in the comments. Yeah, like who makes this? But and tell me what you think of it if you've had it before. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's just a little thick and a little sweet for my personal taste. I would prefer something that is I mean, I've said it 1,000 times. PBR is my beer for a reason. It's just easy sipping beer. And I'm pretty sure it's a lager. I actually have no idea. They never actually say it on the can. With Pabst, this is the original PBR beer. Nature's choicest products. The word choicest means they specifically choose the ingredients, not that they're the best ingredients. So keep that in mind. Nature's choicest products provide its prized flavor. Only the finest of hops and grains are used. Selected as America's best in 1893 and probably never again. Never since. You're my blue ribbon baby girl. I love you. You're my number one. You'll always be my number one. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Grolsch is okay. I want to say this. I've had beers with more sweetness and more thickness, like heavier. Many, of course, are like dark beers sit heavy. This doesn't sit heavy. Like I'm not drinking this and getting bloated and feeling uncomfortable. This has a good. I'll say this. If you had something like, if you've ever had a dark beer or even a white to some degree, a beer that sits heavy, it's like thick you know, full of flavor, and many of these are delicious products. But this does not sit in that way. So it's a step up in flavor and sweetness compared to. Has been stopped automatically. The card is full. Oh no. Fuck. Quick camera change. Different location, different day. I know, hard cut, weird, awesome, great. Grolsch. We're going to finish that. It started raining. I mean, the camera yesterday filled up, so sorry. I had to literally, I was like, oh, F word. Literally, camera stopped. So I had to come back today to finish this episode. New location. We're going to do another episode. You're going to see that soon. However, we need to finish. Grolsch. It's been a day. I've been rained on. If I look wet, be cool. It's because I literally got rained on. I had to. I wanted to do this video earlier, or finish this video earlier, and do the next episode earlier, but I was literally getting rained on. It's been a couple hours now, so yes, I'm wet. I'm soaked. But Grolsch, if I had to give it a rating out of 10, for what it is, it's not my thing. I'm going to throw that out there. I'm never a fan of froth or thick. It's thicker than I would like. Maybe on a specific day at a specific time, it's different. Do I want to drink more than one at a time? I don't think so. If it's there, sure, fine. You know, I'm not going to complain. And it's not a bad Pilsner. And again, we got to look up what a Pilsner is compared to a lager. But in terms of flavor, I was pleasantly surprised. So it's not, my rating isn't about the flavor per se. I personally don't like sweet, and this has a sweet forward note. Again, I thought it was a little fruity, but it's hard to say. It's really hard to pinpoint. So the flavor is different. The froth overdoes it for me personally, and this, again, it's not super heavy. It's not sitting like a dark beer, but I would prefer something a little lighter. I'm boring. I don't need a lot of head. I don't need a lot of carbonation necessarily. I prefer something that's easier to sip on. So, what do I give this? I don't want to be too harsh, but I can't give it more than, like, for me personally, I would say it's maybe a 5, maybe a 6. It's a 5, between a 5 and a 6. And that's crazy to hear because I'm sure I would give Pabst a 10. And that's just me personally, right? So, Grolsch Premium Pilsner beer. Give it a shot. It's not terrible. Maybe just buy one or two, see what you think. But for me, would I buy it again? It's not particularly expensive. It's not particularly hard to find. It's everywhere in my local area. So I don't mind it. It's all right. It's fine. It's passable. You know, if you had a case of this, you're going to have a good afternoon. No one's going to complain about it. But you'd probably prefer something that you actually want to drink. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments, is Grolsch anyone's favorite beer out there? If you've ever had this beer before, let me know what you think about it. Am I crazy? Is it a higher ranking than 5 or 6? I don't know. You let me know. That's it. We're going to end this quick. All of these videos are so poorly put together. That's okay. We're going to get there. Don't worry. Things are going to get better, I swear. Probably. I don't know. All right. We'll see you later, bud. Have a good night. Episode 2. We're in the same spot next week. And I gotta do this quick because it's starting to rain again. It might even already be on the lens. There's some water. Bye-bye.